Alright. So, we're into the first game.
Okay.
And please write in chat if anything is not as it's supposed to be. Otherwise, I will just start out here. And we have... Oh yeah, I have to do this first, right? There we go. And actually, I'll have to... There we go. Okay. So, in the blue, we have Rehoboam. Playing, as always, as Franks. And in the red, we have Barbarian, playing as Malay. Looking at the maps, we have quite a decent map here for Rehoboam. Somewhat back gold, back stone. Several decent wood lines. Barbarian's map looks a bit more open, but still back gold. The bear is a forward for both players, so that could be one of the main points of aggression here. And yeah, nothing looking troublesome so far. All right, and I'll just check in chat here. Everything seems to be working. Alright, so, screamingkoos, I guess this is the time for you to introduce yourself. Not too much is gonna be happening in the game, as it's just Dark Age right now.
Yeah, for sure. I'm getting just a bit of like reverb on my end. It's kind of hard to focus a bit. It's kind of like going through twice.
Okay. I am unsure as to...
I can like hear myself like 10 seconds later.
Does chat hear any delay? Or any reverb, I mean?
I could try talking a bit louder. Can you hear me okay?
I hear you just fine, but
I
chat
have a pretty
says you're
loud voice.
okay. Yeah, I guess just talking louder, and one thing you can do is go into the settings on Discord to make the threshold for your mic to be caught up, making that threshold lower. That should at least remove that part.
I'll see if I can work some magic.
Yep.
So is that better?
Yeah, you're a little louder now for me at least.
Okay, I got it turned up all the way.
Yep. Seems to do the trick. So, I guess I'll just, for those who haven't seen these AIs play before, I will just quickly introduce them. In the red, we have Barbarian. For anyone who's familiar with AI scripting for Age of Empires 2 in general, the Barbarian AI should be one of the most well-known AIs. It has been around for many years, and for the past at least 6 years, probably more, it has been basically to AIs what the Viper has been for Age of Empires 2 pro players. It has won just about every single tournament it's been in, and has been dominating the scene. I guess even more than the Viper. One thing, however, is that this tournament is not like previous AI tournaments, since it's hosted on the Definitive Edition, and Barbarian was not originally scripted for the Definitive Edition and hasn't so far received any updates for this version of the game. And due to this, there is a few bugs here and there, and overall Barbarian is probably a bit weaker than it would be on user patch. In the blue, we have Rehoboam,
Right.
a rather new AI, scripted by me, TheNightPanda. Yeah, I started working on this in 2020, and so far it has received quite a few updates. The most recent one a few weeks ago, which focused on military micro and overall made Rehoboam a lot stronger. I guess the other details about the AI will come as the game goes. So, screamingkoos, you're up. Tell us a bit about who you are.
Yeah, I got the sound figured out here. I had the stream and the Discord like turned up all the way, so that was the issue.
Oh,
So it sounds a lot better now.
alright. Sounds good.
That's why it was so delayed. So I got that all figured out. Yeah. So I'm screamingkoos. I'm the creator of the fourth wind AI. It's actually like I got like 2 versions going right now, but I started that probably like 4 years ago now when it first started. But I only uploaded it to the website about a year ago, back in January. So yeah, it's just a fun little. Originally, it was just a goofy little AI, and in the last few updates, I've been trying to make it a little stronger.
Yeah. Cool. So, are there any future plans for your AI after this tournament?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm probably gonna branch out to 2 versions because the one version I really like, the original one. It plays any map like pretty decently. It's very versatile, so like even if it's getting beat, it can come back. But I'm definitely gonna I'm gonna change the tournament version into a more competitive one, so it's gonna be less random, a little less, like a tiny bit less goofy, just in the way it plays. But yeah, other than that, like I'm just gonna probably stick with the 2 versions. It's kind of just all the time I have for at the moment.
All right. Cool. And in the game, we see both AIs are getting into feudal age, creating their armies. So far, population is looking fairly even here. No particular bugs or imperfections in the AIs so far. Both making a mix of archers and skirms here. Any predictions from you, screamingkoos?
Oh, it's hard to say because I mean I grew up playing with Barbie, and I know this is your AI too, like with Rehoboam. So, and it's pretty strong. So I say initially it looks like your AI kind of has a bit more micro to it. So I'm just gonna guess your AI will win this one. That'll be my guess.
Yeah, I won't make too many predictions. Obviously, I have Barbarian is one of the AIs I will have tested against. So also I've seen Barbarian do this a lot, where it'll send its when it has a mix of archers and skirms, it'll send its archers out to a wood line, try to do some damage. In this particular instance, I don't think it's gonna work that well. You see Rehoboam kind of just outnumbering the archers without them doing too much damage here.
Yeah, a little more grouping together from Rehoboam.
Yeah. I'm not sure this chat, I've noticed that in the last few games as well. I think maybe I have accidentally changed the version up a bit, just adding some debug chat. I'll make sure to have the most recent one in the next game. I'll just mute it if I can. Can you even do that? I guess I can't mute. You can mute yourself. Oh well. But we see. Yeah.
Oh, sorry for what? Oh no, I wasn't saying anything.
Okay. We see the micro.
Oh, do you mean the chat?
Actually, I think Rehoboam is winning this. Yeah, it looks to be winning. Barbarian making a tower here. So it looks like the micro made Rehoboam win the initial fight here. And Pup is looking quite in favor of Rehoboam at this time. I think it would have helped Barbarian if this tower got up a bit earlier. Because now it doesn't really have any army to support left.
Yeah. It is chewing a little bit into the army a little bit.
Alright, the game needs tuning down, I'm told.
But overall, definitely Rehoboam's out microing Barbarian.
I will tune the game volume down here.
Oh, did you check? Hey, Panda, did you check the chat?
I just checked it, yeah.
They're just saying the in-game sound is too... I have it totally muted, so I can't hear it.
Yeah, I just turned it down, so
yeah,
hopefully it's better.
That's probably better.
Especially with this chat, debug chat going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually this game looks to be quite hard for Bobby to get into. It is doing the right thing here, keeping its army inside its buildings, trying to go for a counter push eventually. But even with defender's advantage, I don't really see it getting an army big enough to kill Rehoboam's army unless it bugs out some way.
Yeah, I think that initial army is probably gonna get wiped, but by that time, Rehoboam will probably have more.
Yeah, but will it even get wiped? Like if we combine all the units in this building, I still think this is a bigger army, and this army is also more skirm heavy, whereas
maybe, yeah.
many of these units are archers. So I would even expect this army to still beat all this.
How does it feel to make an AI that is possibly going to dethrone the king?
I'm not sure if it counts as dethroning. Like, obviously, TheMax didn't have any chance to update his AI for this game mode. But I mean, it obviously it feels good to possibly to have a chance in winning this tournament.
Yeah, at least to be like this competitive.
Yep. And we see Rehoboam has just reached Castle Age, doing a TC and hopefully getting upgrades for these units, I would assume. Yep. Getting full upgrades here.
Yeah, Barbarian might want to strike before it's already looking a little bit late, but probably better now than never.
Yeah. Well, it did just attack with and lose its units before, so it is trying to get an army again, but this time it will be Castle Age army against Feudal Age army. And it's slowly losing its vills as well. So this is probably the last stand of Bobby this game.
It's crazy how effective skirmishers can be against even a top tier AI like Barbarian.
Yeah, I mean it will only go skirms because Bobby is going for archers and skirms here. I do think this tournament has seen some of the answers to the skirm meta, with going full men at arms or rushing or going straight to FC with eagles. We have seen some of these more skirm-based AIs struggle against that.
Absolutely.
Alright, I will just leave the screen here a bit.
It's kind of hard to program an AI for every single... Oh, sorry.
No, just you can just keep talking. I'll just make sure that that the next game will run without this annoying debug chat, so you can just talk a bit in the meanwhile.
Sure, yeah. I mean, so this is my first time casting, right? So I'm no expert by any means, but I've put definitely at least a few thousand hours into Age of Empires. Like I even had the CD when I was a kid. So just from all my experience, it's kind of cool to see how the meta has evolved. It used to be like you were saying, full minute arms but it just blows my mind like how effective skirmishers can be against AIs. So even in my own AI, it kind of has like, just because I've noticed this so many times, it kind of has this built-in where it builds scouts or knights automatically. Like it doesn't matter what strategy it's going if it sees skirms, just because it's so deadly.
Yeah, it sure can be.
And look at that, yeah, he lost the initial army.
Did the AI resign? Oh, what did you say? No. Oh, he actually retreated.
Oh no, just his the initial army.
The initial army, yeah. I was just out making sure to have the version without this chat. But yeah, good job from Barbarian actually managing to kill the army there.
That was pretty decent.
Yeah. Here we see Rehoboam just stop microing at this point. This is because it's gotten enough knights that it doesn't feel like it needs to micro these units. And this version is still missing the ability to coordinate attacks between melee and ranged units. So to enable the knights to be used, the fancy micro has to be turned off, basically. This will be...
I see they're running away from, I think it's the tower, right?
Yeah, it's the tower. This is... oh, Barbarian resigned here. So this behavior is some very old code, like 1.5-year-old code, just running.
Yeah.
It's basically just the fact
that
I haven't gotten to update it yet, but yeah, it's way too scared of towers and TCs in the mid game. I think when I originally made the code to make it retreat from towers and TCs at this point, Rehoboam was a lot weaker, so it didn't really expect to have units out that could dive towers and TC at this point in time.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I kind of I was experiencing that in my own AI actually recently.
Yep.
So it's always the old rules. They always resurface somehow.
Yeah. Alright, I will just get things ready for the second game here.
That was awesome. So do you still think your AI has what it takes to beat Barbarian? I mean, it did pretty well that match.
Well, I would say I have a good feeling about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a sec. I'm just.
But yeah, even like you were mentioning earlier. Oh.
You can just talk. I'm just trying to make sure I have the correct version here, without the
yeah, for sure.
Chat. So
I mean, just to think though, it's taken all this time, like for any AI to pretty much become comparable to Barbarian, or like at least like this is Arabia. I know Barbarian plays like most other maps too, but just for an AI to kind of out micro this AI that's just been the absolute king for years, it's just awesome to see.
Yeah, I mean, even though Barbarian has very good positioning and stuff like that with its army, the micro itself isn't really that fancy in Barbie. I would say actually several AIs at this point at least hit and run micro wise has better micro than Barbarian. Most AIs will have a tendency to what would you say, be more buggy with its army movements and suicide more units than Barbarian.
Yeah.
But I would say AIs like Shadow and Odette and even Pharaoh has micro capabilities that Barbie doesn't have with hit and run micro, at least.
Yeah, definitely. As time goes on, the rules get better, the micro gets better.
Yeah.
Barbarian has like really good macro too. Like you'll literally be beating him, and out of nowhere just pops an army that you just killed.
Yeah, for sure.
I know I've had that happen a few times.
Yeah, it's I would say Barbarian and Promi both have like very good macro. I would say Rehoboam is up there with their macro, though it's less flexible in its approach.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll start the second game here. And I will just check chat if anything is looking troublesome.
Yeah, it looks like STT is he's taking he's taking what do you call it?
Credit.
He's saying that he helped impose the square meta.
Yeah. Well, what a legend.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess he's the only one that ever thought of it. I'm just kidding.
I wonder the you know the plus 2 attack on scouts in Feudal Age wasn't there in the original game. I wondered when that change was made, if it was before or after the skirm meta of AIs developed, because I knew it had a huge impact on the human meta, which before that was basically also full skirms.
Are you talking about feudal scouts?
Yeah.
You said scouts?
Yeah.
Oh.
Scouts get plus 2 attack once you.
Or you mean like
feudal.
when it ages up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I'm sure that definitely changed it a little bit. Probably a balance thing.
All right. So yeah, as I was saying, Rehoboam is not that flexible in its approach. It can basically go either archers or skirms. It will adapt quite well to which of those two units are needed in the situation. Barbarian, on the other hand,
Yeah.
I think on D, I've seen Barbarian do 3 different Feudal Age strategies. I've seen it do archers and skirms, I've seen it do scouts and skirms, and I've seen it do men-at-arms. Unfortunately, the men-at-arms strategy bugs out on D. Hopefully we won't see too many of these games here, because that's... yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes when he's going, if he goes Drush into men-at-arms, I think, that's usually when it's the worst. If he doesn't find the target with the Drush.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I would
so
say
these maps look a little bit different.
what are you saying about the maps?
Sorry, you can just keep talking. I'm just behind you a little bit.
All right. Yeah, but I was just saying the like the men-at-arms rush. I've seen. I think it bugs out like 9 out of 10 times. It's some. There are still things in DE which work differently in user patch, but I can say for sure that it's a bigger pain in the ass to go from DE to user patch than the other way around. So
yeah.
Don't lose hope, everyone. And obviously, it has become a lot easier to make the change now than it was just a year ago, with many DE features being updated and many bugs in the code being worked out. Actually, your AI, Fourth Wind, does it play user patch as well, or does it only play DE?
Yeah, so about that, it was really funny because while I was updating it, like I did a pretty major update to it. It was actually STT, like literally went over the whole thing, and he made it up compatible, so it is on the site. I don't have it currently listed as a download because eventually I was gonna get around to updating it, but because I don't have up, I'm worried that any change I make to it could just totally ruin it, and I wouldn't know how to fix it. So there is an up version of Fourth Win. It's probably like, man, it's months old now. So I don't know if it would still be really that competitive.
Yeah.
But it should. I think it did work on up. I just didn't have time to. I was doing like almost three versions at that time of like Fourth Win, like just trying out new things. So I just kind of ran out of time to update it. But it is on the site under Fourth Win that STD posted.
Esty actually also tried to do something similar for Rehoboam, though he didn't notify me until after after he did it, which also meant that that he updated a version that was at the time pretty outdated.
Yeah.
So, but now I'm working on the update.
He works in mysterious ways. STD.
Yeah. Also, the update, like the version he made, ended up crashing the game after a few minutes, so it didn't really amount to too much. And I think an AI as advanced as Rehoboam, and especially an AI that uses as many loops in its code as Rehoboam, would be very hard for anyone but me to update for user patch. Because whenever you make an extra rule, you basically have to know how, like, where in the script that rule is, and how many loops needs to be adjusted for the script not to bug out or even crash. Not saying it can't be done by anyone else, but it for sure would be a lot trickier to figure out, like, how the code was supposed to work. Right.
Yeah, definitely. I only started doing that using the up commands. Not the up commands, but like the jump rule commands. And I know I definitely ran into a considerable amount of problems once I like just started learning that, because I'm still new at it, right? Like I've been doing this for a few years, but I'm like learning new stuff every month pretty much.
Yeah.
There's always something new to learn.
Absolutely.
But yeah, like editing someone else's AI is just like, I think of it as like a ticking time bomb, because you don't know like all the background rules they have that makes the whole thing up.
Yeah, I feel like only now, after 2 years, I'm starting to actually be able to just read parts of Barbarian's code. It's so messily written. But I probably wouldn't be able to understand.
When in doubt, I just turn to Promi. Yeah.
I haven't actually looked too much at Promi's code. Is that and for anyone who doesn't know this, Promi is basically the default AI in Definitive Edition. But is that an easier AI to read?
Not really, but like if you're looking at all the up commands and stuff, it's pretty detailed. But I usually, whenever a new version of DE comes out, I try to find some of the, if I'm having problems with like new units or something like that, then I just use it for the defcons kind of now. And just a couple, like I've just gotten a couple ideas from it if I'm really stuck.
Yep. All right, we see something similar to last game here with Rehoboam trying to out-micro Barbarian here. It is like the army numbers are a bit more similar this game, so
yeah,
it's not taking as convincingly a fight, but I still think it should be taking the better fight overall here. And with these reinforcements, I think it's, yeah, looks like Barbarian also realized that
it's really good at hiding its weak units.
Yeah. Yeah, this is looking quite a bit like last game.
Yeah, you got a slight score lead there, and it's kind of weird how Barbarian it'll see all the skirms in its base, but it still makes archers. like with skirms, instead of just going full skirm
Yeah.
or something else.
Yeah, I guess it's Promi does a bit of the same thing. I'm not sure what the intention is behind it, having built on gold at this stage. Because yeah, full skirms for sure would be better here. Maybe the intention.
I think it's just so used to being ahead.
Yeah,
it's just so used to winning that it's like I'm not gonna go off gold. I'm gonna take it all.
Yeah, I mean, if Rehoboam was adding scouts, it would make more sense, right? But preemptively adding in archers when you see this many skirms probably isn't a conscious decision. But again, then maybe when Barbarian was made, it wasn't, as you say, it was used to winning. It probably wasn't used to fighting against this amount of micro. So it, yeah, maybe didn't think it would.
Yeah, the meta's different.
Yeah, certainly.
So what do you think? Like, if you were a player in this situation, what do you think would be the best way to get out of it?
Eagles.
If you were in Barbie's position.
Eagles.
Eagles?
Yeah, massing up a big enough eagle army and then attacking from multiple sides at once against this army, I think would be the way to go. But that should have happened like some time ago. At this point,
yeah.
At this point, it just looks impossible, right? Even if you clean up this army, Rehoboam is likely closing in on Castle H here. Yeah, getting its resources up there.
Or if you're Hera, just try to wall it out.
And also the bill count, even at this point. Both AIs have wheelbarrows, so Rehoboam is 6 vills ahead, as well as quite a comfortable military lead here.
Yeah. You can kind of see the score just slowly drifting in 2 different directions.
Yeah. One thing Barbarian does quite well when it's under this much pressure is that somehow it manages to still have a nicely working eco. Like most of its villagers won't just be stuck under the TC, like with many other AIs. That's like Rehoboam defending in this position would certainly fare a lot worse than Barbarian. The defensive code of Rehoboam is actually awful, but its offensive micro is good enough that it usually won't end in that situation.
Oh, Philosopher just mentioned in the chat to update the scoreboard.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Totally forgot. My first time.
It's
how would I know?
It's always a bit tricky to remember because the scoreboard doesn't appear on your own screen, right? So.
Yeah. I mean, I'm watching the stream, so I probably should have picked up on it a little quicker.
Yeah. I think we'll have Barbie clean up this initial army again, like in the last game. It looked like it actually had enough units to do that now. Rehoboam did just get Castle H here, so ideally for Barbarian, now is the time it will want to attack. But I think it maybe have
4 ranges. Wow.
Yeah, I think Barbarian might have like a set timer. So when it knows it's behind, it'll have like, I would guess it will have like a maximum amount of time it would wait before doing a counter push.
Yeah.
Certainly something I would like to add to Rehoboam as well. It actually used to have something like that, but it stopped working well after a number of updates.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
And also, I was gonna ask you. So.
Yep.
Oh, I was just gonna ask you about your AI. When it says it's going to the next phase, is that like a timer thing, or is that just when it clicks up? Is there any like the conditions for that, I guess?
Yeah, so phases for Rehoboam is basically it's mainly something I've done to make it easier to transition from an old version to a newer version. Um, so
Oh, okay.
the way I did it is that the first published version of Rehoboam 1.51. It was basically, I think it was about the level of Fourth Wind, like the level of the hard DEAI, something like that.
Yeah.
After that, I started working on very specific areas. First, the Dark Age and Feudal Age macro, adding a full DUC there, and I found that at least, especially in the beginning, it could bug out at times, like completely bug out. So the game just the AI couldn't play on and do anything. So I added in some backup rules to combat that. And the backup rules were basically, if this happens, then go back to the old rules of Rehoboam 151. And the way the code is structured to make these rules, these code sections easier to manage, is that anything that happens, like for the first 20 bells, before Rehoboam clicks Feudal Age, is phase 1. Anything that happens from that point until Castle Age is phase 2. And then all the backup rules, basically all the rules of the old version, is phase 3. And then in a later update, I added some I added DUC rules and strong macro for the Castle Age and onwards, and since then that has been phase 4.
Okay.
So at this point, usually in most games, phase 3 won't even be used because it doesn't bug out that often anymore. So it's just supposed to go straight from phase 2 to phase 4, as we have Barbarian resigning again here. Slightly closer than last game.
That's really interesting.
But still very much like the last game.
This one got a well played on the end.
Did it say? Oh yeah.
That was even better than the last one.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually,
that's really cool about your AI.
as you can see here, I did something similar with the military control rules. They don't call it phases; they just say going from old military going to old military rules. And the concept is kind of the same. I added these new micro features, but the code isn't completed. So when it feels like using the old system would be better, it just goes back to using those rules.
It's a good backup to have that.
Yep. Right. KD pretty much in favor of Rehoboam, but you can really see the macro of Barbie coming into play here. Like the ability to make this many units to defend while being under pressure all game is still very impressive.
Yeah, kind of hard to pull that off sometimes when you're an AI. You can only act a certain way.
Yeah. Alright, I'll just check the cifs for the next...
Oh, it's a pretty good game. Are these out at 2 or 3 games?
This is...
Was it best of 2?
No, this is the best of 7.
Oh, wow. It's almost kind of like hockey playoffs then.
Yeah, I think...
I come from Canada, so if you ever hear me making hockey references, it's probably because of that. We all live in igloos.
Yeah, well, feel free to make as many references as you like. I will just update the score in the meanwhile before anyone mentions it. There we go.
For sure.
All right. And we have Fireball in the chat as well. Welcome, Fireball. The first game wasn't that close. It was very similar to the second game. It's a bit sad that Barbarian has this many meso civs, because I think it would be cool to see a game where Barbarian goes for scouts, as that is that's a very would give a very different game. I would assume.
Has he been Aztecs every time?
No, it was Malay.
Or no, the
Malay
first
the
game
first
he
game,
wasn't.
and then Aztecs
Yeah.
the second, and
Right.
now Mayans here. And the fourth,
Oh, wow.
the fourth game will be Persians.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably a little different strategy. Hopefully, then. Hopefully, it doesn't do the same thing. So I think Rehoboam's a little superior to doing the scrim meta.
Yeah, actually, I haven't tested. This version of Rehoboam actually has like the last from Rehoboam 178 to 70B was made to do a few backup rules if people ran games on higher speeds or had computers which would run the game differently with respect to how many actions the AI could do per second. So this version will actually stop trying to do a fancy micro if you speed up the game considerably. And that could actually be fun to see after these sets how Barbarian will manage to defend if the fancy micro of Rehoboam is turned off.
Oh. It automatically detects that?
Yeah, so the...
For Rehoboam?
Yeah, this version does. Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
It's basically necessary because if the reaction time between the hit and run attacks becomes sufficiently slow, it actually starts being worse than just having the units patrol. So.
Yeah, I kind of remember that being brought up in the Discord a while back. About if you turn it up to a certain speed, then the micro gets really affected by it.
Yeah. Obviously, it's only really relevant for AI matches, but I ended up doing the update because some guy on the AI scripters forum mentioned to me that that he had issues with the AIs, like not shooting at all, and it turns out that his computer had the opposite problem.
Yeah.
It ran basically, the AI felt as if the game was going like 1.3 speed when he ran it on 1.5. And this wasn't something that I would have tested myself. It was simply his computer running the game at a like with more actions for the AI in a given time frame.
Yeah.
And that messed up the timing of Rehoboam's attacks, so it didn't shoot at all.
Yeah. I mean, so thank goodness we all got god tier gaming computers, so we don't have to experience that. I guess if you're running this game on a potato, then it's probably a lot harder when you're like testing the bigger games and everything.
Yeah, I actually just got a new computer a few months ago. My old computer was a complete potato PC.
Yeah.
Because of this, I couldn't actually I couldn't really test the micro of Rehoboam properly on that PC. That's also one of the reasons why why I ended up updating it like mid-tournament, because yeah, I didn't have a computer to actually test it before that. The weird thing is that the old computer could run scenarios, so I could test the micro, just not in a real game.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, so like here in Canada, for definitely the past almost a year now, it's been nearly impossible to pick up like any computer parts for a decent price, because there's like literally millions of scalpers out there. So did you have any problems doing that when you updated? Like having to run into scalpers or anything because the supply was Really low?
Like I bought a full computer. Like I didn't build it from different parts, if that's what you mean.
Oh, like a pre-built?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a pre-built computer?
Yeah, I've never tried anything else.
Oh. Yeah, I build computers on the side, so if I'm not scripting, I'm either doing school or building computers.
Cool. Well, I'm not really that.
So I got a fancy one.
I'm not really that technical. I don't know any kind of coding besides this, and before that, I didn't know anything at all. I actually just became a doctor,
Yeah.
so that's fairly different.
Oh my goodness.
not too much.
Thank you for your
overlap.
service.
Don't thank me yet.
Yeah.
Haven't gotten out yet and worked.
Well, you're definitely in demand these days.
Yeah, I think more so than as an AI scripter, that's for sure.
Yeah. We could always use more of those too.
Yep.
But yeah, getting back to the game though, it kind of looks like a tiny repeat of the last two games.
Yeah, I mean I think with the Mesosiv we can't really see a scout rush, right? And Bobby doesn't do eagle rushes, so this is probably the only strategy, either this or Men at Arms, that we could see with Aztecs. And we have Rehoboam attacking again, roughly the same time as last game.
Yeah.
And let the micro begin.
The micro gods, let them commence.
Yeah.
I do notice though, I thought Barbarian normally, if he sees an archer skirm comp, I thought he normally built a defensive tower, like immediately, kind of like Promi. Does he not do that?
Oh, actually, I think it's only when he feels like he's behind an army. Actually, Barbarian took a bit of fight here.
Oh, okay.
The houses kind of confused Rehoboam into being unable to evade the shots as well. I think Rehoboam is still ending up winning the fight, but certainly less convincing than it could have been.
It's really good those mine villagers remember to lock their door so that enemy skirm army can't hide in there.
Yeah.
That's some like next level micro if you think about it.
Yeah. Actually, this micro, a few people in chat
it's kind of looking like it's just enough.
So a few people in chat is mentioning the Maximal Being, who was also my inspiration for updating the Archie micro. I knew I wanted to do it at some point, but him showing what was actually possible with his micro script on user patch kind of made me think, let's try this now. And I think I made something almost as good as his script, and since his script can't play D, there can't really be made any direct comparison. But when my script was able to play user patch against his, it was somewhat even.
Do you think this will be enough to bring him out of retirement for him to finally update Barbarian, as we've all been praying for?
Actually, you're misunderstanding something here. A lot of people are misunderstanding the Max and the Maximal Being are two very different people. The Max is a pro player who is also the author of Barbarian. The Maximal Being is one of the active scripters of the community who is making a lot of crazy micro features, and he's making those for his big AI project called Immortal, which is gonna be released right around the time of the next Davis Cup. And I'm talking about the Maximal Being.
No, I just meant whoever the author. Yeah, I meant the author of Barbarian. Like, was he just waiting for someone to kind of challenge the throne, sort of thing? So is this going to make him updated for DE?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Hopefully. That would be awesome if the Max got back into scripting. I would love that.
Yeah, there's definitely been some whispers on it. I've noticed on the forums, people saying that they're hoping he comes back and updates it so it's even more powerful.
We have Rehoboam retreating for once here, giving Barbarian some breathing room, which it didn't have in the other games. It is going back now. I guess it just needed to have more numbers to feel confident entering the base. We do see a lot of towers here, though, for Barbarian.
Yeah, we got more towers out now.
Yeah, it's certainly in a better defensive position than it has been in the last games. But still, this is quite a big army.
Yeah.
I don't really see this army die in time for Barbie to make a comeback. But it will get some of the numbers more down with this tower.
Yeah. I mean, if it keeps hanging around the tower, it'll get a little weak, but it doesn't look like it's going to die anytime soon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the value of skirms. Even though you don't kill a lot of vills, you also don't die to towers.
Yeah.
Looks like
that high pierce armor from that tiny little shield that covers like 25% of its body.
Yes. That's like Captain American's shields. It's doing the job. Okay, I think Rehoboam was just retreating. Rehoboam was just retreating because it didn't want to take a fight until it had his cartilage upgrades. But now these are in.
Oh, okay. I was just about to say, why are you running away?
It's a bit sad that we don't get to see, or at least so far haven't seen any fights with both AIs being Castle Age. Actually, yeah, because both AIs have very solid late game macro as well, which would be nice to showcase. But hopefully game 4, if we can see something different. Also, maybe Barbarian will manage to get Castle Age this game. It's getting up there with its resources at least. Does it have a? It doesn't have
are you on it right now as Barbarian?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's red, so I should have known that.
But it is.
Yeah, that'd be really cool to see. Maybe game 4 with Persians will be better. We'll see a scout rush or something.
Yeah. If not, I guess we can do the 5th game on 8 times speed if Rehoboam ends up winning the 4th game as well. Then we
just kind of give it that little micro advantage.
Yeah.
Or disadvantage, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if Rehoboam even can beat it. Like the micro here is such a big part of where the game is playing out as it's doing right. So without it, I'm not really sure who would win.
Yeah, because Barbarian is really good, like you were saying, it is really good macro-wise. Like, it just comes up with resources almost out of nowhere. Like, it's just really good saving for the when it needs it. So yeah, definitely if they're both in Castle, or even hit Imp, I think it could definitely be a little different. Or interesting, at least, to watch.
Yeah. You see Bobby is detecting the Knights in its base and is starting to queue up some Spearmen as well. Unfortunately, the Spearman ends up being microed down before getting to the Knights.
Just kind of a little meat shield.
Yeah. Yeah, Rehoboam is over 100 pub at this point. I think.
Wow.
I think we can speed the game up here. I don't really think Bobby has a way back into this with a third of the pub. And yeah, GG's.
Yeah, it's looking pretty close to the end here. GG. Oh yeah, look right there. Your game is lagging.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's just some...
GG's in chat, otherwise you're kicked out.
it's just the debug chat letting people know they have to change their speed settings if they want the AI micro to work as intended.
Yeah. That's super cool. I'm just gonna run. While you set this out, I'm just gonna run to the washroom really quick. I'll be right back.
Alright. See you.
It's from like 4 cups of coffee, that's why.
Sure, no worries. I'll just get us into the 4th game here. And I will update the score as well. Alright, so here you are, game 4. This map actually looks a little like the New Arabia map for Rehoboam, with 2 wood lines in the back here. Barbarian not having the best map here. Both the gold and the forage bushes are forward, as well as the deer. Though the same can be said for Rehoboam here. And I think both AIs having bad maps should favor Rehoboam, as it's usually the more aggressive AI.
Hey, I'm back now.
Welcome back. Yeah. There's not really too much to say.
So you think we'll see scouts in this game from Barbie?
I don't know. I think it's like 50.
Sorry, I'm a little behind you.
Yeah. I think it's like 50-50. I think we'll know once Barbie goes up to feudal. If it doesn't go to gold, then it's most likely going for scouts, but we won't know until in a few minutes. But yeah, as I was saying, both these AIs have a very solid macro and dark age. So most likely, I don't think we've seen any severe bugs from any of the AIs so far, macro-wise.
Yeah, your AI, Rehoboam. I remember you talking about it recently. Just talking about how much like duck it uses, like direct unit control.
Yeah.
How much does it actually use?
Well, feudal age and dark age are...
Because it's not full duck, right?
Yeah, it's full duck. Like, or 99.9% DUC. So basically the way it works is that it will what was I saying? The only thing not being controlled by DUC is certain building placements, which for the like normal building system to work, it has to have the game engine choose the builders. But besides that, everything is controlled by DUC.
How much hair did you lose trying to carrying that out?
Quite a bit of hair. So I mean, I kind of went into the project not knowing any DUC at all, basically. So
yeah,
the first, I think I was working like a month on when nothing really. It was just one big bug fest. It couldn't even get to feudal age. So that was kind of a tough period, but I think what really
It's a
made
dark
it,
time for sure.
yeah. What really made the difference for me was using control groups for my villagers um, to ensure that if a vill was doing something it wasn't supposed to, at least it would only be within that group of villagers, which both meant that the league would be less substantial. Like if the deer vills does something they're not supposed to, at least it's not like all of the vills doing something they're not supposed to, and also it's much easier to find out where a bug is. If I know oh, the deer vills are acting up, well then I know I have to look in the deer luring script or the code that controls deer
That's
vills.
really interesting. Because I've seen a couple AIs where they do the grouping, and then I've seen other ones like I don't know if it's Prome, but like another one or two that they don't appear to really do that many groups, but they still they probably don't use Duck as much as your AI, but they still like do a decent amount of micro.
Yeah, I mean you don't really have you don't have to do very fancy DOC to make it very effective, and Prome is a good example of that. It uses DOC, but it does it in a very very subtle, very effective way, where the macro is still very good, but it doesn't go full DOC, but it uses some mix, which works very well, and the same is the case for Barbarian. I wouldn't really recommend going full DOC. I think it's just something I've gotten used to, but it's watching an AI like Barbarian or Prome play, I can say it's not really necessary to go full DOC, but now that I've done it, I mean, I'm not gonna revert back, but it's quite a bit less flexible.
Yeah.
So
only doctors can do full DOC.
I think Immortal, the maximal beings AI,
if you have to go through all that schooling,
will do full DOC as well, but I think he is, at least from what I've heard from him, he's attempting to do it in a much more flexible way than I am. But here in the game, we see that Barbarian is actually going scout this game, so that's awesome. We will see something different here. Let's change to the point of view of Barbarian. We have 4 scouts on the map already. And even taking some hits to Rehoboam scout here. Not sure if it's gonna die. It looks like it maybe will. Just one hit away. Thank.
So I wonder if there'll be any strategy change from Rehoboam after he sees the scouts.
Well, actually the default strategy for Rehoboam is full arches into a slightly faster castle age. So as long as it doesn't see a full ranged unit strategy, it will just continue with that default strategy. So even though Barbie is doing skirms here, the fact that Rehoboam has scouted multiple scouts means that it knows the default strategy isn't full ranged unit strat. So Rehoboam will just keep doing arches here and add a few spears to combat the scouts.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering, if it makes any spears.
Yeah, it does make spears, but it doesn't have any DOC control of the spears, so they will basically just be standing here until some unit walks into their line of sight.
It's super effective.
Well, at least against the AIs, it works quite well.
I mean, yeah, I know. If you play with Odette, like even just as a human player playing with Odette, it is. I almost want to rip my hair out every time, because every time you target its scout, it detects that and it just runs away, and it just keeps doing it over and over and over.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's kind of the level, all the AI should eventually get to. But it would kind of defeat the fun in the game, I guess, unless you're really, really good.
Yeah. I did add that to my starting scout for Rehoboam as well, though I'm not sure if it's working perfectly yet. But I noticed that it's very vulnerable to losing the scout before it scouts the opponent or lures its deer. So it has some features to just save it before that.
Oh, that's a lot of scouts.
Yeah.
From Barbarian there.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, and I think Rehoboam is detecting that also the military population is a bit close to this game, so it doesn't really want to attack here, it seems. And also it's
Yeah, I think this one's gonna go to castle.
yeah, I think so too. We have Rehoboam just clicked up here, so it's gonna get very nice castle time. And yeah, now it's going back, and this is because it's going up to castle age, so it would rather get its upgrades before taking a fight. Let's see Barbarian. Barbarian is still quite far away, but it is when it does go for scouts and skirms, it does tend to stay longer in feudal, producing more army.
Yeah.
It does seem like it doesn't want to do more scouts now, though. Even changing into archers here, so I think Barbarian is looking to click up relatively soon here. Also doing a tower, expecting the...
yeah, it can get pretty expensive after a while.
Yeah, I really like this tower.
For doing full skirms and scouts.
Yeah, it didn't do upgrades for its scouts. It only has fletching so far. Does it have bloodlines? Nope, no bloodlines either. I like that. It'll click up as fast as possible here, and then it'll probably get upgrades as it's going up to castle age.
Yeah. Yeah, once you're invested that much in the scouts, you might as well throw a couple upgrades on them. Keep them alive a little longer.
Yeah. Not sure if Barbarian is planning on attacking here. Hopefully not. No. So actually Barbarian does this, and this is super cool. It's something I want to implement as well. It knows where its fortification closest to the enemy bases, and it will send its army there to take a better fight, rather than fighting under its starting TC.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It doesn't have upgrades for
He's a micro god.
it doesn't have upgrades for its cavalry units here. That could be quite devastating if it decides to take a fight now. Now it's getting bloodlines, but will it be in time? No. Oh, it's gonna lose all the scouts before getting bloodlines here.
Greater too.
Yeah, armor as well.
Well, here comes the fight.
Yeah. Yeah, Barbie wasn't ready.
Oof.
It just needed 30 seconds more to get all its upgrades, and it could probably have taken a much better fight. Still, it's in a lot better position than it has been in the other games.
I know on stream you're supposed to keep your emotions under control, but I'm almost crying right now.
You're crying?
So sad.
Why?
Just for Barbarian.
Oh.
We could all just shed a tear.
Yes.
He kind of just threw everything away, so...
Yeah. Yeah, if only he had upgrades, like... It could have been like full, like half skirms and upgraded scouts against archers. He could probably have won that fight if Rehoboam attacked like a minute later, but that's not how the game works.
Yeah, that was pretty good timing from Rehoboam.
Yeah, not really conscious though.
So I wonder if we'll see. Do you think we'll see a siege workshop?
Maybe.
No.
I know Promi would make a siege workshop in this scenario, but I'm not sure what Barbie. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, he already has. Yeah. This is a good reaction. The second Rehoboam sees a mangonel, it will stop trying to micro, hoping to be able to use the knights against the mangonels. Actually...
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of thought he was going to make a siege workshop, yeah.
Yeah.
One mango shot, oh no.
Yeah, so now we see Rehoboam stop doing the fancy micro.
Yeah.
I do actually have some features to fight against mangonels, but the issue is they don't really work when there's buildings around. They don't work that well. And they also don't prioritize mangonels. But that is something I plan to add.
Yeah, that was a pretty good exchange there.
We have the...
how they broke the group.
We have the same thing happening with the knights
Oh,
here.
round 2.
Being very scared of this empty tower.
Oh no! Yeah. They're just like, what do we do? We don't have a commander left. What do we do?
It's a bit sad for Barbarian.
Maybe they're just running lines on the side so we can get stronger.
Yeah. A bad thing for Barbarian is the fact that the siege workshop is like here rather than over here, because I'm pretty sure it would have sent builders to repair the mangonels, but due to the fact that Rehoboam's army is between the siege workshop and Barbarian, it can't really get its repair vills over there. So this mangonel can probably clean up the rest of the army now. So question is how long this this dance will go on. I imagine not too much longer.
Yeah.
Not sure what this bill is. Oh, well, that's an ambitious mining camp. Well, the villager is leading the siege here. With her support, the knights are
for a mining
not afraid anymore.
Yeah. Just gonna move right on in.
Yeah. She gave up. I guess the knights are back to scary mode.
Yeah.
And Barbarian calling GG, probably detecting that Rehoboam is quite far ahead in population here.
Oh, he called the GG already?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did. Look at that.
You're just a few seconds behind. So yeah, I guess that
this cursed delay.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately there's not really a way around it.
Every time you say he called the GG, I'm like, there's no way.
Alright, but that was the
I'm like, where's he getting this from?
So 4-0 for Rehoboam.
Yeah.
So I would have predicted either 4-0 or 4-1. I think Barbarian can still beat Rehoboam when it's bugging out next to a tower with its army, but it is surely quite hard for Barbarian to win the majority of the games against the micro and feudal age.
Yeah.
This game also.
At least this game was a little bit closer.
Yeah. Yeah. If the fight has just been postponed for 1 minute, it could have been very different. All right. I will just check chat to see if anyone is asking something.
It looks like the channel got some subs from Philosopher.
Oh.
Very kind of him.
Cool. Yeah. Also, we're up to.
That's a good thing, right? Like I'm not super familiar with streaming, so.
Neither am I, but I think it's a good thing. But actually, I would like to let's try and run a game on 8 times speed to see what how that would go. We can should we have I guess we can do Persians, then it'll either go scouts or archers here.
So this is still official, like the official tournament though?
No.
On 8 times?
No, the tournament I guess has concluded with a win for Rehoboam. Or I mean, there's still more tournaments games left.
Okay.
But this series has been won by Rehoboam. It was a best of 7, and 4 games has.
Well done.
Thank you.
That's pretty epic. Is this the first time Barbarian? No, Barbarian lost a couple games, but like, this is the first time he's been fully beaten, right?
Actually, I don't know. Someone else would have.
Like, is the first set that he's been beaten?
Oh yeah, in this tournament, it's the first set. I'm actually not aware about like history of AI scripting tournaments.
Yeah. Like, I mean, in the past he's probably lost, but I just meant like recently kind of thing in a tournament in the last year or so. If this is like the first set he's lost.
I think so. I think this is the only tournament though that Barbarian has been in for the last year. So
Yeah. I'm popping a bottle of champagne on your behalf
yeah.
for your achievement.
Yeah, I actually had a lot of
For your AI.
I had a lot of popcorn out as well, but I guess it would be too many mouth noises for the stream.
It was so great the first time hearing that on a stream.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, so Philosopher is saying that it was the first full that Barbie lost.
Yeah. Time to see what happens without the micro here. Yeah. Quite a huge difference. Rehoboam retreating nearly instantly. Actually still taking a good fight, because Barbarian chased the units for too long.
Oh, he just lured them out of the town.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So yeah, still going well for Rehoboam here. I think also due to the fact that Barbie made spliced in a few archers and getting its army too far away. Barbie will stay in feudal a lot longer than Rehoboam still.
Yeah.
Actually, Rehoboam did do skirms. This is a very fast feudal age for Rehoboam here. Something went very well, I guess.
Yeah, he's on a high from winning the set in the tournament.
Yeah, must be it. Looks like the army is getting cleaned up here. Certainly a lot closer than the other games still. I think stable opening would work even better if Rehoboam wasn't microing.
Yeah.
But here we at least
He's
get
going knights now though, right, Rehoboam?
Yeah, it will only go knights from this point, and add a few pikes in imp.
Nice. I guess then the ball's just gonna kind of build up for a while.
Yep. But in TC positioning, but otherwise looking quite solid here.
And up to imp there
Yeah. I'd imagine
for Rehoboam.
yeah, Barbarian is still quite a while away. It did lose a lot of vills early in the early game still, so naturally it will be up a lot later.
Yeah.
I hope I'm just click Paladin.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
I see Waddle's asking a question about your AI in the chat, Panda.
Alright. Let's see, how does Rehoboam detect if it is able to execute the DOC micro? Alright. Yeah, so the way it works is that there are certain commands in the scripting language which can like, the way it works is you put the information about the game time into a goal, which is like a variable that you introduce into the game. So it knows this game time, and then after the whole script has been written by the game, it will be some time, usually around half a second, and then it will then the whole AI file will be read again, and it will register the game time again, and then it will find the difference between the two game times, and that difference will then be the amount of milliseconds that has passed between the two times the AI script was written by the game, or read by the game. Sorry, and yeah, on the fast speed, this time will be around. I think it's like 700, 800-ish milliseconds. But when you run the game faster than fast speed, like 8 times speed in this game, then that time will increase significantly to around, I think it's 2,500 or something, or even higher than that. Yeah, it checks the time of each tick exactly. So what Rehoboam does is that it will detect like how much time is between each tick, but there can be like very short lag spikes where one tick is just longer. An example of this is that when you pause the game, the tick time actually becomes significantly longer. So to counteract this, Rehoboam takes the average of the last 4 ticks or something like that, and uses that average. And if that average is over a certain threshold, or actually under a certain threshold, to prevent bugs on very slow speeds. If it's over, I think it's like 2K, or under like 400 milliseconds, it will turn off all the fancy micro. Actually,
Pretty crazy to know that.
Yeah, and the new my new the new version I'm working on will also use this with bore luring, so that if you run the game at very fast speeds, it will detect this and be more likely to get loom before luring the boars, as obviously a slower reaction time will make it more likely that villages can be killed without loom. So there's multiple ways to use this, but mostly it's only for AI v AI games when you have to test something very fast, but it's still nice to have an AI that doesn't bug out completely on these high speed settings. So yeah.
That's really effective to have something like that, kind of the backups.
Yep.
Hopefully that answers your question, Waddle.